Good morning, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and today I bring you guys my updated Mamoswine deck profile 2025 post journey together with us. And I must say this deck has been a blast to play with. Now don't get me wrong, I still love the duck version. It is very strong. If you watched my first video, I focused on the Quaxleys as our engine to par with Mamoswine. However, competitively speaking, it looks like Blaziken EX and Pidgeotto, or just Pidgeot, are the best two to combine with Mamoswine EX. Mamoswine can be mixed with a whole bunch of different Pokemon, and it feels really awesome. But I wanted to try something new. I want to add a Pokemon that I've been dealing with on the ladder for a while now, and I always thought it was cool. I've seen lists with it with playing with Blaziken EX, and I figured, why not put all three archetypes together? Because we're already playing a stage 2 deck. So let's get straight into this. This is my Mamoswine EX build. This is take 2. What I mean by take 2 is that I showed you the first build with Quaxley, and that one is very fun. And this one, I think, is a little bit more competitive. So let's get straight into this. So first things first, we are playing, of course, 3 copies of Mamoswine EX. He is our main boy, our main attacker, but he is not our only attacker. He is a really powerful 3400 Earth monster, weak to grass, who with 2 energy has the Rumbling March attack, 180 damage plus 40 damage for each stage 2 in your bench. If you have 5 stage 2 in your bench, you're doing 380. 4 stage 2, of course, is 340, and then you work your way down from there. Really powerful monster. And he also has the Mammoth Hauler ability, allows you to search any Pokemon from your deck once per copy. So if you have 3 Mamoswines in your back row, then you get to search 3 different Pokemon for free. Really strong ability, really strong deck, and I can't wait to experiment with this card in Destined Rivals and going from there. This is probably one of my favorite cards of all time. Next, we're playing 2 copies of Piloswine. Piloswine is just the second form. It's 100 life points, and it has 2 attacks, 2 energy. It does 50 damage. 1 colorless energy, it's 20 damage. Helps you deal with cards like lovely wall decks that like to hide behind the Mimikyus. But besides that, doesn't really come up. And then finally, we're playing 4 copies of Swinub, who has the 1 colorless energy ability to call for family, which comes up sometimes. He also has for 1 Earth Energy Lunge, which does, I believe, 10 damage, which doesn't really do much, but hey, it is something to keep up with. So that is it for our Mamoswines, which is a pretty solid package. It's the largest Pokemon package we're playing in the deck. However, we're playing several Pokemon packages, so be aware of that. There's, I think, 25 Pokemon in this deck, which I thought about cutting down, but I figured I really want to try out this other form. So I took out the Luxrays, and I want to put in this form into the deck. You're just going to bear with me because it has been doing well on the ladder. I've been doing great on ranked with this build, so you're just going to believe me. We're playing 2 copies of Blaziken EX. Blaziken EX has the really cool ability of Searing Spirit, who can attach a basic energy from your discard pile onto a Pokemon on your field, allowing you to use energy that is in your trash and basically fueling up an attack. And he has a 200 Smolver Assault, which a fire energy and a colorless energy. He does 200 damage, but he cannot attack until the next turn, which is still pretty powerful. Of course, we're also playing the Combustion, which, hey, 2 energy makes it 50, not bad. And we're also playing the 2 copies of Totoric. Now, this is where my build is going to differ from all other builds. We are playing Grand Ninja in the deck. I really like Grand Ninja in this deck. This card feels absolutely insane. It works really well with Blaziken EX, and it gives us an alternative attacker that helps us deal against those stage, what's called 1 prize decks. One of the biggest issues with Mamoswine, not only does it have problems against wall decks like Mimikyu, but it also has problems against decks that are 1 prizes. Like if you're going against a Slowking, well, cool, Mamoswine is killing 1 guy at a time, but their 1 prize dudes are doing enough damage to your Mamoswine that they're taking 2 prize KOs, which is not good. So Grand Ninja helps with that. Grand Ninja has 2 abilities. For one water energy, he does 170, which is not a bad attack at all. But for 3 energy, 2 colorless and a water energy, he has the Miracle Barrage, which requires you to discard 2 energy from him And then you get to basically put 120 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon in their bench or active, which is pretty insane. So basically he does 120 to 2 cards in your opponent's field, which can just be lights out. If they're setting up 2 Dreepies, you can just pop 2 Dreepies for free. Feels really good. Now he requires a little setup. Luckily, Blaziken EX can accelerate energy and allows us to do it multiple times a turn, as long as we have energy in our hand. Of course, we're also playing the 1 Frogger, who, again, for 1 water energy, does 20 damage. And the 2 copies of Froakie. For 1 water energy, he does 30 damage, which helps you against Badoo. Next, for our final evolution we're playing, which is a lot of evolutions, I know. We're playing, of course, the 2 Pidgeot EX, which can search anything in the deck, which is great. The 1 Pidgeotto, and of course the 2 copies of Pidgey. And then finally, to round up the deck with 25 cards, we're also playing, of course, the 1 Correspond EX. Let's talk about our lovely stadiums. We're playing the lovely Grand Tree, which allows us to evolve any of these guys up. It's probably the best A-Spec for Mamoswine, which is pretty amazing. We're also playing 2 copies of Artisan, which is just really good at placing a basic into our bench. It helps us set up. For our lovely supporters, we're playing 4 copies of Arven. Allows us to add to our hand a tool and an item card. The tool we're usually getting is Evil Evolution, Teal Evolution. And then we're probably either getting a lovely Earthen Vessel, or we're looking for a lovely copy of our Buddy Poffin. We're playing 4 copies of Colorless Tenacity because we really just want to get to our stage. I know we're only playing 3 stages. Maybe I should put a 4th stage just so it has 4 targets. But worst comes to worst, the 4th copy adds you an energy. Not a big deal. We're also, of course, playing 2 copies of Morty's Conviction because we don't really want to play Professors. We're not playing Night Stretcher in this deck, so anything we lose is staying in the graveyard. Besides energy, of course, because Blaziken EX. So I think the idea here is that we just want to discard energy with Morty's Conviction, draw cards, and go from there. We're also playing 4 copies of Rare Candy because Rare Candy is amazing. Helps you just evolve a stage 1 into a stage 3. 4 copies of Buddy Poffin because, hey, puts 2 stage 1s into the bench. And then we're also playing 2 Earthen Vessel, the 1 Switch, the 1 big air balloon to help move our stage 2s. The 2 TM Evolution, and then for our energies, we're playing the 1 Fire Energy, the 1 Water Energy, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Earth Energy. And that's all I have for it. It's a really fun deck. You gotta try it out. I will say there are some hands where you just open a whole bunch of Pokemon. However, that is very far in between. Once you start fitting your deck out with Buddy Poffins and you do the TM Evolution play, you actually fit out the deck pretty well. Once you get a Pidgeot EX or a Mamoswine into the active, basically you're just kind of going. I've had turns where I've evolved 3 different Pokemon to EXs and just did 300 damage, insanely quickly. And getting it all set up feels really amazing and really fun. So I hope you all enjoy. Don't do anything stupid. See you on the next one, and bye-bye.